vote buying in Monday's special voting exercise.
Inspector General of Police Dr. George Akuffo-Dampare warns would-be troublemakers to stay away from the upcoming polls as stringent mechanisms have been put in place to ward off any disruption.
Also coming up later in business tonight, fourth tranche of $360 million under the IMF program before the 2024 general elections.
On the international front, U.S. President Joe Biden pledges lasting U.S. engagement with Africa as he meets his Angolan counterparts.
We've got details of all these stories, plus many more coming up in the next 60 minutes. Remember, we're streaming live on Facebook. We're also live on your DSTV channel 279. You can join us with your views, comments, and suggestions on any of our top stories this hour. Feel free to visit any of our social media pages on Facebook and on X. And to our first story tonight, the Commissioner of the Commission on Human Rights and Administrative Justice, SHRAJ, Dr. Joseph Whittal, has criticized the Member of Parliament for Ayawaso West Wuogon, Lydia Al-Hassan, for distributing food during Monday's special voting exercise. Now, addressing the media, he described the act as inappropriate and raised concerns over its implications on the integrity of the electoral process.
The Commissioner of the Commission on Human Rights and Administrative Justice, SHRAJ, Dr. Joseph Whittal, said the actions of the Member of Parliament for Ayawaso West Wuogon, Lydia Al-Hassan, can be considered corruption.
We were not there, but we saw the media carried certain unsettling developments, particularly in Ayawaso West Wuogon, and it falls within the checklist that we use to monitor, and that is particularly. I'm not saying it is true. I know the Member of Parliament has denied it, but it's not right to treat as the legal term, to share food, to share money to anybody in the queue in preparation to vote, because it is tantamount to corruption and an integrity issue.
He announced that a team of 300 trained personnel will be stationed at polling centers nationwide to observe and document the voting process.
We are going to deploy 300 staff across the length and breadth of the country who will observe the elections, but with a tool, a checklist that would enable us monitor the right to vote. There are two different things there. We have, as a constitutional duty as well, we need the mandates of the Commission to monitor the right to vote. And in particular, we are interested in, during the period of elections, right, from 6 months up to the election day itself.
With December 3 being International Day for Persons with Disabilities, Dr. Whittal emphasized the need to prioritize persons with disabilities at polling stations.
Well, this afternoon at about 1 p.m., John Domelo, we're told, has filed a formal criminal complaint against Ms. Lydia Al-Hassan, the sitting MP for Ayawaso West Wuogon constituency, and that complaint was filed at the Office of the Special Prosecutor. Let me read details of that statement. It says the complaint entails video recordings of various conduct by Ms. Lydia Al-Hassan, which we believe breach our criminal and electoral laws. My team, which is John Domelo, also gave material information on plots by Ms. Lydia Al-Hassan to unlawfully influence voters on a larger scale come Saturday, December 7, 2024, when the main election will be held. He goes further to say that we expect the Office of Special Prosecutor to take immediate and decisive steps to not only prevent the Miss Lydia Saram Al-Hassan from repeating the unlawful behavior, but also to bring her and all her accomplices to book.
The National Election Security Task Force has warned political parties against dressing their foot soldiers and state security uniforms on Election Day with the intention of causing mayhem at polling stations.
The engagement with the political parties was a follow-up to a previous meeting held a fortnight ago to address the National Election Security Task Force's preparedness for a transparent and violence-free election on Saturday, December 7. Chairman of the National Election Security Task Force, Dr. George Ekufudampare, cautioned political parties to stay away from using macho men to intimidate voters on Election Day.
This culture of machoism, thinking that biceps are the basis for determining one's strength, we are not going to be overcomplacent and thinking that that is the end of the game, because our intelligence space shows that there are pockets of them around wanting to take things to a level that we will not tolerate. Because anybody of that caliber, anywhere, near any polling station, in your quest to intimidate people, to make them feel very unwelcome to exercise their franchise, will find you a place to sleep.
He also warned against dressing party foot soldiers in state security uniforms to cause mayhem at polling centers.
The environment where people want to use certain uniforms that makes them feel half police, half fire service, or half of anything that resembles security, we feel that is unacceptable in this critical period of time. And we are clear in our mind how we want to deal with it. And we want you to know so that when we start dealing with it, we don't take us thinking that we are taking sides.
The political party representatives present expressed satisfaction with the mechanisms instituted by the Election Security Task Force. General Secretary of the National Democratic Congress, Fifi Fiavi Kwete, spoke on behalf of his party.
We've seen the recent by-election done in Asinoff. Before that by-election, similar conversations were done with the security agencies, and at the end of the day, we're happy. We're hoping that we will see that same situation that happened at Asinoff occur in this election, and the will of the people should be done accordingly.
Director of Elections of the New Patriotic Party, Evans Nimakun, said the NPP is committed to adhering to the rules of the game at all times.
The New Patriotic Party has given its assurance to the National Election Security Task Force. We are only concerned with continuous misinformation and disinformation coming from some quarters.
Other political parties urged cooperation with the security personnel stationed at the polling centers. Stanley Nibleu, TV3 News, Accra.
The Upper East Regional Election Security Task Force has said it is committed to providing a safer environment to enable voters in the region, and especially those in the Bawku enclave, to take part in the upcoming general elections. At a crucial engagement with political parties and their parliamentary candidates in Bolgatanga, the task force urged the electorate in Bawku to turn out at their various polling stations on the 7th of December to vote, as adequate security arrangements have been made to protect citizens.
We have also made it clear that we, the election task force, the police, the military, and other security agencies, we are going to ensure that every registered eligible voter who is ready to cast his vote will be protected and given the opportunity to cast his vote. We have also made it known that those who are not supposed to be in possession of arms and ammunition, if you are found with one during the election day in Bawku and its enclave, and by extension, the whole of the Upper East region, and in fact, the whole of Ghana, you will be treated as a combatant.
Let's get on Zoom now and speak to our Upper East Region correspondent Castro Senyala for more details on this. Castro, the situation in Bawku, we know, has obviously become a worry for everyone. Tell us, has the task force spoken about the kinds of preparations that have been put in place ahead of the December 7 elections?
Right, Bawku, the election task force has not really been forthcoming as far as preparations or plans for the elections in Bawku is concerned. But one thing they have been very clear on is the fact that they will deal ruthlessly with troublemongers or those who would want to come to the polling stations to foment trouble. Bawku, another thing to note is that even though they haven't made their plans of preparedness clear, one thing we've observed as security journalists have observed is that a lot more men from both the police and that of the military have been brought into Bawku, aside from those that are in Bawku keeping the peace. And that is a clear indication that the military and the police are not leaving any stone unturned as far as ensuring that peace is in Bawku and residents are able to go out to vote in their numbers.
And so how would you describe the general security situation there?
Right, apart from Bawku, where we continue to record pockets of gunshots in the night and even in the mornings, the rest of the region is generally very calm, from the Nabrongo area to the Sandema to even sometimes in Garu and other places are very calm, apart from Bawku, where the epicenter of the trouble continues to boil. But then the assurance from the security agencies, the military and that of the police, led by the regional police commander, DCOP Raymond Wejong Edufiem, shows that, yes, indeed, the security agencies are prepared and will provide that conducive environment that the residents of Bawku especially have been calling on security agencies to up their game. Also, the security agencies have also been very clear that they will line up a lot more men on the highways, Bolga to Bawku, and that of Bolga to Walawali and Tamale. And as we speak now, it is evident on the ground that a lot more is being done on the highways.
Do appreciate your time. Just keep an eye closely on events there as and when they happen. We'll come back to you, Castro. Thank you very much.
Let's now go to the Ashanti region, where the presidential candidate of the National Democratic Congress has categorically denied any involvement in the attack on the convoy of the Asantehene Otumfuose to the second in Techiman on Monday. John Mahama claims that a circulating video suggesting his involvement is the work of government-sponsored artificial intelligence intended to tarnish his reputation and that of the NDC. He made this known in Mencia on day 4 of a 6-day campaign tour of the Ashanti region. A report by Komla Kluche.
It was a meeting that should have preceded the commencement of the campaign, but postponed to allow the Asantehene time to superintend over the congregation of the KNUST. The two have had a cordial relationship that saw some major interventions for the country under the leadership of Otumfuo. In 2020, he tasked John Mahama not to relent on telling Ashanti about his massive investment and development in the Ashanti region. John Mahama believes his unmatched records in the Ashanti region, despite it not being a stronghold, and a massive turnout at the weekend gives him the impetus to collaborate more with the king to develop Ghana's second most populous city.
You can count on us. Say, maybe I ever buy a very more. You know, I bet paying a sentiment also. Maybe say, maybe share a review and maybe I'll be paid a
Of concern to John Mahama is how government has resorted to fake news.
The seat of government in the movie. Our more department of work, when the man says fake news. Omode Atuja and obey sorry and now cram so we conference a year and see the compare say I mean for compare and obey sorry there's a bit of for the what teach man so on to abo and go to for
campaign not to sovereignty. And
The sticking point of the King's address was how Ghana needed true leadership.
And one day, they say the Akabia to us in a church, and we Ghana phone. The Enra Santimem says, and yes, and many Ghana mem says, the Oba Bayaka Hunina, and Naka Cracker, baby Akobia, which him Montiase.
The entourage of John Mahama then proceeded to Bosomifraho.
Nipa ejina santini mo omokoto aba na yede eduane na nneoma epuapu akofo na na saade na enti amra na emi ngwanwa se obi owo man se bedwom a woye nipa ye frɛ enimonyamfo na o kocheche eduane ne ade ema akofo omokoto aba debi anya ne sa enti sa asemi o si ehwe na
He also campaigned in Asante Akim South. Tomla Kluche, TV3 News, Konongo.
The Ashanti Regional Branch of the New Patriotic Party has reaffirmed its strong determination to make every single ballot count on December 7. Now, addressing the media, regional organizer Dr. Francis Adumako accused the National Democratic Congress of deploying intimidation tactics to fuel voter apathy in the stronghold of the NPP.
Every form of crude tactics and intimidation will be opposed fiercely. We urge the police service, military, and other security services to work and act professionally. We also urge the electoral officers to work professionally, not in any way that will create rejected ballot or compromise any votes. To the good people of Ashanti region, we commit to making sure your vote counts and that nobody will be allowed to intimidate you on the polling day. We are hopeful of a massive voter turnout on December 7, 2024. And the margin of victory for Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia will be wide and huge. We wish to call on all party supporters to be vigilant before, during, and the voting process afterwards. If possible, do not go home after the voting. Position yourself at a reasonable distance from the polling area, like we did in 2016 and 2020. Safeguarding every polling station is a cardinal to the coming victory.
In more news tonight, the Vice President, Dr. Bawumia, has commissioned the much-awaited electronic gate system. The system is expected to provide smooth and easy passage for passengers upon arrival at the airport.
The e-gate system is expected to improve turnaround time for passengers upon arrival. It is also expected to help identify and deal with miscreants attempting to infiltrate the country. Vice President Dr. Mahama Bawumia, who commissioned the e-gate, said it will usher Ghana into a new age of digital revolution.
The system, thankfully, operates both online and offline, ensuring uninterrupted functionality even in areas with limited connectivity. Customized for Ghana's needs, because it was developed, designed, and built here, it integrates seamlessly with existing systems, as I've said, like PISIS, to deliver a highly secure border management solution.
Interior Minister Henry Korte stated that the e-gates will enhance border controls.
These gates are not just banners, they are enablers that will enhance our border control and security. Furthermore, the gates will enhance the Ghana Immigration Service ability to manage data and tracking of persons who are of security concern.
The Comptroller General of the Ghana Immigration Service, Kwame Suatechi, lauded the government for the initiative. The e-gate system is expected to strengthen border security and will be replicated at major airports across the country.
Now, creativity, ingenuity and innovation took the center stage at the finals of the KIC AgriTech Challenge Classic final pitch held at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. Now organized by Cosmos Innovation Center and the MasterCard Foundation, the three-day event saw 64 teams pitch several business ideas aimed at providing solutions to several challenges confronting the agricultural sector.
The pitches showcase business ideas on sustainable agricultural production, technological application, mechanization, agro-processing, recycling using agricultural raw materials, as well as green businesses focused on eco-friendly packaging, among others. The AgriTech Challenge Classic is a 7-month annual training program aimed at developing the interest and building the mindset of students and young graduates to ultimately drive systematic change in Ghana's agricultural sector. 16 universities and colleges of agriculture and business across the country participated in this year's challenge program. Speaking at the event, Executive Director for Cosmos Innovation Center, Benjamin Jan Jesse, reiterated the commitment of the center to promote innovation and entrepreneurship in Ghana's agriculture sector.
We want commercially viable products, commercially viable businesses. That is what we're doing at KIC. So now those that will be selected on to the next round, they are going to go through what we call the investor readiness, and then they will be given some funds to really commercialize their business. So for us, no business is supposed to end on the shelves. You eventually will have to go to the market with the business idea.
Some of the participants shared what they've done.
We are producing biodegradable hair extensions made from plantain and banana seed stem. It's an eco-friendly alternative, and it also has hypoallergenic qualities, which is very good for the female to use to braid their hairs.
The poultry farmers were saying that the paper crate, one water touches more, it start tearing. So that's why we came out with water resistant crate.
We are currently solving the post-harvest losses of tomatoes and other perishable produce in the agricultural value chain.
The winners of the competition will progress onto the AgriTech Challenge Pro, where the teams will receive further training and mentoring to develop their business solutions and become investor ready. Each of the teams in the AgriTech Pro will also receive $2,000 to develop their most viable product. At the end of the Pro, teams will be selected to receive further funding for business growth. KIC and the MasterCard Foundation aim to reach over 200 young people, equipping them with capacity building and skills training in entrepreneurship.
In more news tonight, Kempinski Hotel Gold Coast City in Accra has hosted its annual Christmas tree lighting ceremony at the hotel's premises in Accra. The ceremony marks the hotel's official welcome to the festive season, inviting guests and the public to join in the holiday spirit.
The Christmas tree lighting ceremony marks the official commencement of the festive season. The event was graced by the Gamanche Taki Teiko Chu II, as well as other dignitaries. It featured performances by the School for the Blind and the Street Children Empowerment Academy. The general manager of Kempinski Hotel Gold Coast City Accra, Arno Bakov, welcomed attendees, expressing appreciation to guests for being a part of the hotel's success story.
And I think what I said in my speech as well, the last decade, we've done so many beautiful things. We've been so close to the community, so many partnerships that we created, relationships that we created over those 10 years. And next year is all about celebration. We'll be having plenty of time to celebrate. We'll be opening our new restaurant, our new bar. Lots of things in the pipeline for 2025.
He urged Ghanaians to vote peacefully in the upcoming elections.
Vote, make a difference. And let's be positive. I'm sure 2025 is going to be an incredible year.
Ambassador Sylvester Aluti spoke on behalf of the Gamanche.
Like every Ghanaian child, whether here or outside, to realize that what we are doing today is lighting up not only a tree, but lighting a flame within each child to inspire them to dream boldly, work hard to know that every Ghanaian child is deeply valued by our traditional leaders. For the children,
the ceremony reached its peak with a symbolic cutting of the ribbon by the Gamanche and the general manager, officially lighting the tree and heralding the season of joy.
A reminder, still watching News 360. This is our major news bulletin for the day. We're going to go for a quick break. We'll return with some more stories.
Phoenix Club, uplifting women. Phoenix Club, uplifting women. Phoenix Club, uplifting women. Thank you very much for having me here today. The nation builder John Mahama and Professor Nana Jane are bringing you the Women's Development Bank. It is a very special bank run by only women, to serve only women. The aim is to empower millions of women across the country. The bank will have branches all over the nation to provide you with loans with very low interest and on very flexible terms.
Madam, I run a small makeup and nail bar. Do I qualify for a loan?
No need to bother, my sister. I mean hairdressers, market women, women-owned online businesses, female graduates, women in the corporate world, traders, agri, women in all fields qualify for loans. With John Mahama and Professor Nana Jane at the helm, the Ghanaian woman will surely rise.
Vote for change. Vote for John Mahama and the NDC.
You know, one bucket of Flamingo paint is equal to several buckets of any other paint brand on the market. Flamingo paint, superior durability, superior hiding, superior coverage. Flamingo paint, simply superior. You know, one bucket of Flamingo paint is equal to several buckets of any other paint brand on the market. Flamingo paint, superior durability, superior hiding, superior coverage. Flamingo paint, simply
Mahama once said, have you been offered a bribe before? As a human being? As a person? Any human being in the world would have encountered, corruption in a way, one way or the other.
Dadanoa. On December 7th, vote for integrity, competency and development.
Esuro.
Mommy, how did you get our name on the Pepsodent?
Sama crew. How did you get your name on the Pepsodent?
Auntie Akwele. Okay, oh, we boy in Pepsodent feel.
Ye be no, famous shop no here no.
Ye disika. Ensa. Any Pepsodent say ya trouble busie jinwo.
Where do you feel lazy?
Baby wo.
What's up to me do jinga to Pepsodent busie pack no so. But we busie se ho ban mo ho du. For we need to to a ban wo na ko Pepsodent busie pack.
This advert is FDA approved. Who say money no day? More money still day for the Telecel More Money promo. Over 30 lucky winners have walked away with 30,000 Ghana cedis each, and over 6,000 others have bagged daily wins of 100 Ghana cedis.
30,000 Ghana cedis. I'm so grateful to Telecel.
And guess what? We are still counting down for the grand prize of 1 million cedis this December. Be the next big winner. There's still more money up for grabs. Keep reloading to boost your chances of hitting it big. So make every top-up count, because with Telecel, more money day. Opt in for free by dialing *500# or use the Telecel Play app.
Movement for change, for change, for change.
Darling natural twists blend with her hair over time.
Yeah, that's perfect.
She's really more beautiful every week. Darling natural twists get better every day, just like you.
Every child is so unique.
You like no other.
Outstanding in every way.
It's me like no other.
So anytime you walk and play,
You like no other.
you are special like Indomie.
It's me like no other.
Did you know that every child on the planet has their own unique fingerprint like no other?
You like no other. I can play the drums. I'm talented. It's me like no other. I can sing. I can dance. You like no other.
As well as their own unique talents and abilities.
I can cook. I can paint. You like no other. Indomie. It's you like no other.
So every day, in whatever you do, remember you are special in your own way, like no other.
Thank you, Mom, for letting me know I'm special and for making me my special Indomie. Thank you, Mommy. I love my Indomie.
This advert is FDA approved.
You're looking for a bank to rely on. Let me give you a shoulder to lie on. Wouldn't we say to bank be brave, no lie. Only one place where I get my eye on. Make I introduce you all to First Bank, the best services in the world, first rank. Customer service, everything is well planned. I make music, I travel, I sell land. They be my reserve 10 cause every time I know my money's safe. Universal banking, it's in me here on the date. I'm a busy person, me no need time to wait. Now you got to Spain, even when I'm in the States. My me blue shirt. The team in office is chilling, but who cares? Cause I bank with the best. I'm lucky, I'm too blessed. When it comes to First Bank, it's too west. Everything is you first. Woo!
Nobody feed do I'm like us. Do I'm like us. First Bank we treat you first. Treat you first. Think about you first. Think about you first.
You first. First Bank.
We have all heard the cry of a nation in turmoil, and we need a leader who is capable, a leader who is caring, a leader who will not just engage in sloganeering, but a leader who has depth and makes decisions that will endure to the long-term benefit of the country. I think that in the last few years, this country has experienced what I call an imperial presidency. And as this government, this current government exits the stage, we will need a leader who can restore the country to the sovereign people of Ghana. That for me is very, very important. I believe that JM is that person at this point in time. Let us go and vote for change.
Vote for change. Vote for John Mahama and the NDC.
The business segment is brought to you by MTN.
West Hills Ridge Property, Eden Heights.
Hello there, good evening and welcome to the business segment here on News 360. I am Michael Obodu. Now, the 2024 seasonal draw of the Luckiest Giveaway promo has witnessed over 300,000 engagements compared to the first edition record of 120,000, representing a more than double increase. Chief Executive Officer of Genius Losi Limited, Dennis Educhum, at an event to mark the final draw in Accra, highlighted the lottery's success and outlined plans for the future.
This year's final draw was held early to accommodate the upcoming December 7 general elections. The season saw a surge in participation, tripling numbers from the previous year. The lottery's activations transported participants for free across various locations, including Asham and Adenta and in Tawam, enhancing accessibility and connecting with the public.
this has been very, very amazing because it brought the product to the people. People benefited because once you had, purchased a luckiest ticket and we had those bus on those routes, you got to, get on the bus for free. In the coming year, we are hoping to extend some of these activities.
Chief Executive of Genius Loki Limited, Dennis Educhum, said the lottery will introduce an individual, the luckiest, to be crowned, moving away from the current system where tickets often shared by groups take center stage.
Now, from next year, we will have one single person who will be crowned as the luckiest person. Currently, we have the luckiest ticket, and the ticket can be sold to multiple people. So it's a feature that we should be looking out for next year.
The luckiest is a seasonal lottery in partnership with the National Lottery Authority NLA Caritas Lottery to offer players the chance to win various life-changing cash prizes as well as electronic appliances.
Now, the Ghana Shippers Authority has unveiled bold steps to shape the future of Ghana's trade, focusing on 7 key areas. These areas include trade facilitation, economic integration, digitalization, and innovation.
Chief Executive Kwesi Bafo Sapon, at the launch of the authority's 50th anniversary celebration in Accra, highlighted that these steps will, among other things, ensure a competitive, transparent, and predictable commercial shipping industry in Ghana that creates value for the shipper across all modes of transport and position Ghana as a logistics hub in West Africa.
The next 50 years demands not just resilience, but innovation. We must contribute to adapting and leveraging technology and embrace sustainable practices that will redefine what is possible in the shipping and logistics industry. The Ghana Shippers Authority must not only remain relevant, but also lead the charge in creating a competitive, transparent, and predictable shipping environment.
Minister for Transport, Kweku Ofori-Siama, has urged the Ghana Shippers Authority to intensify efforts in facilitating international trade and driving economic growth, leveraging the newly enacted Ghana Shippers Authority Act 2024.
I wish to use this opportunity to caution and admonish the Ghana Shippers Authority that this is not a time to rest on your house, but a time to leverage on the passage of the Act 2024 to work assiduously to create a viable shipping environment that facilitates international trade.
Now, Finance Minister Dr. Mohamed Amin Adam has announced that Ghana is expected to receive the 4th tranche of the $360 million under the International Monetary Fund IMF program before the 2024 general elections. According to him, the country has successfully completed the 3rd review under the program, meeting all set criteria. And that'll be all for the business segment here on News 360. I am Michael Obodu. Up next, the sports.
Afraid you almost disika ebe tomadwene. I'm one so o de ya chino command fianswa. Last minute ya disika kakra bi ba ya beto wadwene. This time mama ya nchiro madwene se ya nchiro mu se. Sensuo to ye ne yantia. Ade achi ye former fonso ye huni. Enti ubesi ye so anka ahye ye ma mfianso ye ma padwuma ye nya bi police ye nya bi migration ye nya bi fire service ye nya bi prisons ye nya bi teaching ye nya bi nursing ye nya bi local government ye nya bi ena ebinim ton wo delegate wo ko padwuma ma abakora ye situ ya 10,000 me call Bolga Upper East. One of the regional executives catch them say ne bagel ope police amano kura omo gene 10,000 Ghana city and so we nya dwuma na amane bas ti momma obi obetimi ama adwuma ba adwuma wa ehia so bokoko sika.
Vote John Dramani Mahama for president. Trustworthy, honest, and reliable. Vote for change. Choose the umbrella. Vote John Dramani Mahama and the NDC.
guys, so I got this app. It's called Ayoba. It's a chat app that helps me with beauty tips and cooking tips. A super app that feeds me music and the latest sports content. I even use it for my studies. And the good news is I don't need to use my data bundle because I'm on MTN. Charlie, the app just did be.
Ayoba, the all-in-one app that lets you chat, call, read, play, pay, and listen. Use Ayoba at no data cost on MTN. Download Ayoba now.
Hello, Madam Bola. How are you and how is Lagos?
Kwame, Lagos day. How is Accra?
Accra is fine. We can't complain. Are my fabrics on the way?
Yes, sir. I hope my money is also on the way.
As we speak, my accountant is sending money to you and others at GCB.
Money joins.
Daddy is a lifesaver.
Yeah, Lady D. What's up, baby?
Tia, I got the money.
Oh, that's beautiful. It was fast.
Oh, and guess what? It was so easy and faster than I thought.
I'm busy right now. Let me call you back later, yeah? All right. Love you, baby.
See you soon. Bye.
From country to country, make seamless transactions across Africa with GCB. For more information on PAPS and how to get started, call toll-free on 0800 422 422.
GCB, your bank for life.
Kudu, Ghana, the elephant is calling. Get ready for the biggest and the final rally for election 2024. Now, say rally where you say the possibilities victory rally. Matthew 19:26. But with God, all things are possible. Ebaso Yawada, December 5, 2024. Time 1 p.m. sharp. Venue University of Ghana Sports Directorate Park. Now special guest His Excellency Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo, the President of the Republic of Ghana. His Excellency Dr. Mahama Bawumia, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana and the presidential candidate of the New Patriotic Party. John Ajakum Kufuor, the former President of the Republic of Ghana. Honorable Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempe. Honorable Stephen Ayesu Intim. Lawyer Justin Kodia Frimpong. Honorable Alexander Kwamina Afenyo Makin. Honorable Akosia Frema Osai Opare. Enuti, all party members, sympathizers, and the general public are invited to participate in this historic program, which will be carried live on all media houses. NPP. Eshi Rado.
Mahama once said,
have you been offered a bribe before?
As a human being?
As a person?
Any human being in the world would have encountered, corruption in a way, one way or the other.
Dadanoa. On December 7th, vote for integrity, competency, and development. Esuro.
Explore the nature and create from it. The spirit of inventors leads to the inspiration for new technology. By drawing nature's energy, we create the extraction tech. Small in size, huge in power. Millions of microcapsules condense the essence of nature. Join us, Cleasoft Invent for Life.
Rise and shine, it's another day to stay on point. Toast is Friday, it's still on point. Watch is Friday all day long. Still on point, yes, it's still on point. It's still on point. Watch is red, it's still on point. For your bread,
it's creamy.
For your toast, it's still on point. It's yummy, delicious. It's still on point. Still on point, yes, it's still on point. It's still on point. Still on point, yes, it's still on point. It's still on point. For your toast, it's still on point. It's still on point. Fortune spread, it's yummy, delicious. It's still on point.
Fortune spread, delicious, creamy, and always on point. This advert is FDA approved.
How can we solve the unemployment crisis in Ghana? Yes, Massa.
by using formula 133.
Can you expatiate?
Say, this simply means 1 job, 3 shifts, 3 people. That is the Mahama 24-hour economy policy. Under this policy, businesses will be given tax incentives, cheaper electricity, financial support, and security support services to encourage them to work 24/7 by adopting 3 work shifts of 8 hours each. This will triple job opportunities in the country. This policy will boost production, increase productivity, and generate well-paying jobs in all participating businesses and public organizations.
Excellent. The 24-hour policy will be a game changer.
Vote for change. Vote for John Mahama and the NDC.
Hello, good evening and welcome to the sports segment here on News 360 with me, Oreku Ampofo. Mohamed Kudus has been included in West Ham's starting 11 and will feature in the Premier League game for the first time after a 45-day absence due to suspension. West Ham face Leicester City tonight, and here's a report on how life has been for the Hammers without the 24-year-old.
Kudus had started every Premier League game and Julian Lopetegui needed to find solution. Return. Fans are hopeful for an upturn in form as the club faces 6 matches in December.
Let's see what is going to happen. We are not going to talk about the lineup. It's true that he came back. He has stayed a lot of time out too. 5 matches, I think. 5 matches, yeah, of 2 months. So let's see. He's ready. He's working well. He's happy to come back, and is one player more to use. So it's a good news for us because now we start with a lot of matches in a row. So it's a good thing that we have the more players that we need. So.
Kudus has scored 2 league goals in 8 games for West Ham this season and was leading in completed dribbles at the time of his suspension.
Let's now do athletics, where Botswana sprinter Letile Tebogo has been named as the 2024 Male Athlete of the Year by the World Athletics Federation after Estella. He's been speaking after he picked up the award.
It feels amazing. It feels good to know that what you have been putting in throughout the year has now given you some of the fruits that you have been waiting for. It was a great year. That's how I can summarize it. And I'm grateful for the team that was around me, thanks to my coach and my management.
Well, that's how we wrap up the sports segment here on News 360. My name is Oreku Ampofo.
Allow history to be the judge of how I have served my nation. How well I have done my part in running my lap of that relay. What that verdict will ultimately be, I cannot say. I can only say that I have done my best, giving my all.
In almost 8 years, what is the verdict of this proclamation?
One day on television, I will kneel down and say, Mahama, I am sorry. And someone make kafan who say, an angel.
Say one day,
Mahama was an angel.
Mahama Kafra. Maybe hear this in you, but I stand for the truth. Mahama, sorry.
Oh, I'll take this opportunity to apologize to the former president. His Excellency John Mahama.
And yesterday, I was bound to apologize to President Mahama. because he's a fine gentleman.
Corruption. Nanaba I times 10. Mama, this year the Facha Ghana for Facha and Facha me.
I felt you so up at your mama chopper, but who to say car? Maybe the Japan show. My body baby, no mama, my body baby.
Missing someone make a kafa Mahama who part that time you piece of Mahama you come forward you say, not Mahama angel.
333.
Hey, gee. My head really aches, feeling cold and feverish.
Ah, sorry. I know the solution to your problem. It is Procode.
Procode? I bought some 3 days ago, but I'm not seeing any improvement. You can even have a look.
Let me look at it. Ah, this is fake. Let's go to the drugstore. Please, we want Procode. No, not this.
Oh, but this does the same work, and it's even far cheaper.
No, we insist you give us Procode from Kojak. I don't understand why people give this fake Procode. And where they don't give the fake one, then they give you a similar one with a different name and tell you it works the same. But it is not so. The only Procode we know is from Kojak. If it's not Procode from Kojak, then we won't accept it.
Wow. So this is the original Procode. It has the logo and Kojak boldly written on it.
Yes, for quick and effective relief from headache, flu, nasal congestion and other feverish conditions, insist on Procode from Kojak.
Procode, K-O-J-A-C-H. Procode.
This advert is FDA approved.
Mahama once said,
I've seen more demonstrations and strikes in my first 2 years. I don't think it can get worse in the second 2 years. I have the dead goat syndrome.
Dadanoa. On December 7th, vote for integrity, competency, and development. Esuro. Mahama once said,
Have you been offered a bribe before?
As a human being?
As a person?
Any human being in the world would have encountered, corruption in a way, one way or the other.
Dadanoa. On December 7th, vote for integrity, competency, and development. Esuro.
Darling natural twists blend with her hair over time.
Yeah, that's perfect.
She's really more beautiful every week. Darling natural twists get better every day, just like you.
There is a business in every woman. And then she works, juggling all that matters to her in seeming effortlessness. One thing is for sure, there is a business in every woman. Introducing Telecel Women in Business, our initiative to empower women-led and women-owned enterprises. Accelerate your growth with finance and investment initiatives. Extend your reach with a free business website, access to digital and physical marketplace. Be empowered through exclusive networking and thought leadership platforms. Enjoy bonus reward with our Red Loyalty and lots more. To benefit from this initiative, be a female-led business and a Telecel business customer. Visit telecel.com.gh/business to register now.
Telecel. Connecting energies.
A fade omu disika ebe tomadwene. I'm one so o de ya chino command fianso a last minute ya disika kakra bi ba ye beto wadwene. This time muma ya nchire o madwene se ya nchire mu se sensuo to ye ne yantia ade achi ye forma fonso ye huni enti ubesi ye so anka ahye ye ma mfianso ye ma padwuma ye nya bi police ye nya bi migration ye nya bi fire service ye nya bi prisons ye nya bi teaching ye nya bi nursing ye nya bi local government ye nya bi ena ebinim ton wo delegate wo ko padwuma ma abakora ye sit you 10,000 me call Bolga Upper East. One of the regional executives catch them say ne bagel or pay police amano kura omo jeni 10,000 Ghana city and so we nya dwuma na amane bas ti momma obi obetimi ama adwuma ba adwuma owa ehia so bokko tua sika.
Vote John Dramani Mahama for president. Trustworthy, honest, and reliable. Vote for change. Choose the umbrella. Vote John Dramani Mahama and the NDC.
Entertainment news segment is brought to you by
Napa Foods, Heaven Black Insecticide Spray and Coil.
Powered by 3 Entertainment. Welcome to the Entertainment News segment. My name is Anita Ekia Ekufu, and the influence of fast fashion in Ghana is creating significant environmental and economic challenges. Stakeholders attribute this issue to the country's heavy reliance on imported textile products. The founder of Accra Fashion Week, Nana Addo Tamaklo, believes that increasing the patronage of African fashion prints is key to sustaining the local fashion industry and boosting the economy.
The fashion industry in Ghana has seen significant growth in recent years, with initiatives like Ghana and Accra Fashion Week making a notable contribution.
Usually when you look at African fashion, what you tend to learn that we have this fashion industry, but a lot of times the right participants are not involved in it. Like, you go to the shops, you don't find African clothes in there. Most of the times you see clothes imported from China, from USA. So Accra Fashion Week has sort of bridged that gap with more boutiques now patronizing clothes by the designers. But also we've started educating designers on the culture of creating ready-to-wear clothes. This is something that most tailors were not familiar with until we started putting the necessary for ready-to-wear clothes on blast, on runway. So, you know, a lot of that part of the buyer culture has been impacted in Ghana.
However, despite this success, the industry faces a growing problem: the impact of fast fashion, which is becoming a major environmental and economic concern. In addressing the issue, fashion enthusiast Nana Addo Tamaklo emphasizes the need to empower local production and increase support for homegrown fashion to help boost the local economy.
Fast fashion and secondhand clothing is really destroying our livelihoods. Those are like thousands and thousands of jobs that we've lost. We understand the magnitude that a lot of our designers and our creatives cannot produce at such low cost that are coming from, you know, the fast fashion industry. So what we have to do is we have to work to make it appealing and make sure we add more value, that people will be ready to surpass fast fashion and rather buy clothes that are made by us as Ghanaians.
Nana Addo Tamaklo and his team are gearing up for this year's Accra Fashion Week, which is expected to host over 15 African countries in Ghana.
So this year's Accra Fashion Week is going to be a lot more interesting than before. It's taking place from the 18th to the 22nd of December at various venues.
My name is Anita Ekia Ekufu. Thanks for your time.
Well, that's all for News 360. Thanks very much for watching. For more news, you can log on to our website. It's www.3news.com. My name is Bawku Siasari.
And I am Portia Gabo. Good evening.